Guys, let's talk about when to club up. The first time you're going to club up, when you have a long shot over water or any type of hazard, or even a short shot where you have to carry a hazard. You can have a 120-yard shot and it may be smart for you to club up. Another time you need to club up is when you're a little tight. You haven't hit the range like a lot of times we don't. I just drove right to this tee box and hit this shot. So I knew I was tight, plus I'm trying to carry water, so I definitely want to club up. I had a 180-yard shot and I hit high wood, which from 180 yards I would normally hit a 4 hybrid. And as we can see, I still ended up 5 yards or so short. Although I hit it poor, I still carried the water. Or carried past the water. Another time would be red pins on the front of the green, or whatever your front of the green pin is. Got 120, so that would put me kind of in between a pitching wedge and a 9-iron. But because that pin's in the front, I'm going to go ahead and hit a nice solid 9-iron. If it puts me past the pin, so be it. That's pretty solid, and that has some spin on it. I almost feel like that ball hit the pin, the way it came back. But we took the extra club It worked out pretty good for us that time. Now another time is when it's cold. It is cold air. I've got 140 to this flag, and with a little wind behind me, generally I would hit an 8-iron, but with the colder air, I'm going to club up and hit a 7. Can't help if you push it. Okay guys, so the next time to club up is if you have a bunker at the front portion of the green, or you have to carry directly over the bunker, you also want to club up. If the bunkers are on the right and left portion of the green, and hitting a club that flies to the middle of the green will get you past those bunkers if you miss it right or left, probably not a bad idea to club up. I've got 130 here, which is normally a pretty solid 9-iron. I'm going to club up and hit 8. I clubbed up one club, but the reality is with the wind and the cold air and also trying to take the bunker out of play, it wouldn't have been a bad idea to club up 2 here. And sometimes you get lucky. So guys, another time you could club up is when you're playing in soft conditions. Right now I have 135 yards to this flag. So I'll hit an 8 and let's see how soft it is. Looks pretty soft to me. So guys, another reason to club up is maybe we're not just striking the ball as well as we'd like. You know, every day's unfortunately not the same. Not hitting the ball very well, may want to take an extra club. "100 yards. Here I want to keep it under the hole, so I'm going to hit a 50-degree wedge. All right, still under the hole. Blue pin, 129, nice solid 9-iron. This same situation with a white pin, because it's cold out, I probably would hit an 8-iron. But with that pin being all the way in the back of the green, I just can't risk it, and I'd rather be 20 or 30 feet short. So as far short as I am, I definitely could have hit the 8-iron. We're about a club short. But again, with that blue pin, I just could not risk it because over the green is certain bogey, whereas in front of this green is a very, very good opportunity to make par. Whenever I can, I'd rather keep putter in my hand, even if it's from the fringe. Greens are slowing down a little bit. Well, it's definitely safe. Way left. Guys, let's say you had an iffy lie that you're going to have a hard time getting the ball on. Well, it might be a time to club up, but it all depends on how much loft you need to get out of the lie also. So this one, I need some loft to get out of this. So I'm 145 from that pin, but there's no way that I can hit a 7-iron out of this loft, so this lie. So I'm gonna have to hit an 8. But sometimes if the lie is just right, it'll take all the spin off of it and you'll get a lot more roll, which I think is the case here. So even though it's an iffy lie, I think 8 should still work out if I get some contact on it, because it'll roll out a lot more. That thing actually may be long because it came out really hot. I think I might finish the video on this incredibly lucky shot. It's one thing just telling people hit an extra club or 2 extra clubs, but it's a different thing entirely to say chart your distances when you go on the course. Figure out how far do you hit that 7-iron, how far do you hit that 8-iron. Use your rangefinder, use a simulator if you have one. I did a video on how to get your club distances, and I'll link that to the right. But whatever you need to do to figure out how far does your average shot go, not your best shot, your average shot. And if you know that distance, you have a good idea on your dispersion, short and long, then this video is going to make a lot more sense to you, because we don't hit it 145 yards every time with a 7-iron. There's a variance. It depends on the lie, depends on the elevation, depends on whether you're coming from the rough or the fairway, and whether the grass is growing with you or against you, and also how well you hit the shot. So don't just take that advice of clubbing up. Figure out how far you hit your clubs so you can be certain that you're choosing the right club when you hit your shot. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.
5 holes to go, just play 13.